Hi, I'm a CCRC resident, and the picture that you see behind me is the CCRC where I live. We are located on a Pacific Ocean beachfront. Not all CCRCs are the same. If you are thinking of moving to a CCRC, it's important that you shop carefully, and we are here to help you. CCRC stands for Continuing Care Retirement Community. It is the traditional term for an enterprise that has living levels covering most age-related life transitions from independent living through end of life. You may also have heard the term Life Plan Community. That is simply a rebranding of traditional CCRCs led by the industry's provider association to try to make the product seem more contemporary and more appealing to today's move-in generation. Moving to a CCRC or other congregate living community can be life-affirming. The close-knit community helps to counter the tendency toward loneliness and isolation among those who continue living in single-family homes. Moreover, the freedom from routine chores like home maintenance and meal preparation can allow residents to pursue life interests that they have long delayed. The new life in community is life-affirming for most. Nevertheless, industry practices have evolved that make it less than what it might be if residential living for the elderly mirrored more closely the living options chosen by their younger kin. The entrance fee, for instance, is a lifetime commitment by residents, while staff and executives are free to leave when their circumstances change. While people living in the larger community are seen as productive, moving to a retirement community changes how residents are viewed. These are factors for prospective residents to weigh carefully before accepting a lifetime contract. The promise of the CCRC concept is lifetime security combined with the social support of a congregate living community. The challenge is that such residential communities are organized as businesses. They may qualify under federal tax laws as tax exempt, but nonetheless, all market-based communities are dependent on income from resident customers in a way that's similar to rental tenants. And most communities serving the indigent are dependent primarily on government subsidies. This is important for prospective residents to understand. With very few exceptions, residents are not owners. The executives for the nonprofit organizations and for investor-financed organizations with dispersed ownership exercise most of the ownership prerogatives. In owner-operated communities, many of which are family-owned businesses, the owners are active operators. In resident-owned, cooperative, or condominium communities, which are very few, the residents retain the management and have all the privileges of ownership. Prospective residents should expect to be bound by rules and business decisions into which they will have little say, even if those decisions directly affect the residents' financial security. Moreover, the promise of lifetime residence and security can be elusive. For instance, the enterprise may not be fully licensed to provide the promised lifetime of assurance. If, as an example, there is no memory care, residents may have to move just as they are most confused and most dependent on familiar surroundings. As one executive posted recently, quote, "We strive to treat all residents with dignity and respect, So when a resident shows signs of difficulty with cognition, the first step is to notify family members. When residents come to us, they sign a contract that clearly states our services and expectations, including that we do not offer secure memory care. The average age of new residents is 79. They are aware that due to regulation, we cannot provide this level of care, end quote. Prospective residents need to make sure that they are, in fact, fully aware of such limitations, regardless of the positive relationship they may have developed with marketing staff. There are also no assurances that residents will be protected if management decisions result in financial difficulty for the CCRC. Hence, it's important for prospective residents to understand that they are at risk in ways that bank depositors and others are not. Bank deposits are protected by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, the FDIC. Pensions are protected by the PBGC. Stock brokerage accounts are protected by the SIPC. And laws in every state and jurisdiction of the United States protect most insurance policyholders from loss. There is no such protection for CCRC residents. Entry fee investments are fully at-risk investments comparable to the down payment that homeowners make when buying a home. Yet, although those funds are at risk, they do not carry with them the prerogatives of ownership. The information below should help you in your evaluation process. Good luck. We hope that your journey towards CCRC living is as pleasant and positive as ours has been.